Hey, physical media commute number 10. How y'all doing? Hope everybody is well. It is Wednesday. Physical media commute number 10. En route. What are we talking about? We're talking about physical media. We're talking about streaming. We're talking about anything that we want to talk about, because that's what we do. Floyd House Flicks, welcome to the building. Please subscribe and like. I'd appreciate it. You could also check out my IG page, Floyd House Flicks. I post most of everything that I buy as far as physical media goes. Welcome. It's hot today. It's really hot in this car. It's about 82 degrees. I'm in Los Angeles, so it is what it is. I'm definitely not complaining. But physical media right now is what we're going to talk about. So today yesterday, I picked up the Lawrence of Arabia 4K Steelbook. I blame Ken at Mid-Level Media. Follow Ken if you don't follow Ken already. This guy is informed, I will say that. Very cool dude. He posted his Bridge Over River Kwai and his Lawrence of Arabia Steelbook purchases. And they just looked really good. I mean, I don't know if it was filterized or whatever. They just looked good. I fell into the trap. I blame you, Ken. Thank you very much. So I had to pick that up today. And I also picked up the Lionsgate Terminator Steelbook. I don't know. I'm sick. I can't help myself. I gotta buy these things. But I do like the Steelbook. I like the slipcover. I like all of it. It's nice. So I had to pick that up. Also, I saw Best Buy was doing a sale on the Rambos. At least two of them. Rambo 1, First Blood, and Rambo Part 2. So I had to get those. I also pre-ordered the Universal Soldier Steelbook. And these are things we do. We try to be easy on our pockets, but it just doesn't work. I said I was going to slow down. I said, because I did not have Rambo in my collection outside of the Blu-ray. I did not have any Rambo. Well, I have one Rambo 4K. I think it's Last Blood, I think. But it's the only one that I have. And I'm like, I don't really need these on 4K. I don't need them on 4K. But I guess I do need them on 4K because my phone is blowing up. Android, as you can tell, I hear that's something to make fun of in the Apple community. But I don't care. Android is the best, and it works for me. I refuse to be part of a cult. Okay, so I had asked some of the people on IG if I should do a collection review, which I've never done, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. I saw one cat doing his collection, and it took him 6 hours to do it. I'm not exactly sure that I want to do a 6-hour review. But I do know that it would take some time for me to get everything out. Sometimes I'll see people only reviewing their Blu-rays and 4Ks and not their DVDs. When I'm sure, like most of us, or like most collectors, DVDs take up the bulk of their collection. At least it does mine. I have way more DVDs than I have anything else. Things that I'm working on, like things I'll replace, get on Blu-ray or 4K if it ever comes out. I replace them, what have you. But there are some things that I just won't get rid of on DVD, just because They're not going to put out a 4K or a Blu-ray on some of these items. Although, excuse me, although I did, they're putting out Ghoulies on 4K from what I heard. And the 4K Ghoulies, I couldn't imagine what's going to make Ghoulies that much more interesting for what it's worth. And my DVD of Ghoulies has Ghoulies 1 and Ghoulies 2. I like it. I think it's enough. Same thing with The Fly. When The Fly came out, who was it? Scream Factory put out that Fly box set with all of the flies, many flies, a flurry of flies, which was dope. I got it. I actually own it. But I also own the DVD of The Fly Part 1, Fly Part 2. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes it's a conversation of seeing things in the best way possible, which is, I agree. I totally agree. Certain movies, like Ghoulies, meh. While I appreciate everybody that chooses to do, to treat their collection however they want to treat it, I think that's your prerogative to do so. But certain movies, I don't either. And then, like, you get what's called, I get buyer's remorse quite often, but I don't take a lot of stuff back. Some things I do, but I'll get buyer's remorse. Like, I picked up Drop Dead Fred. The only thing that made me pick up Drop Dead Fred was the fact that it was at a price that I couldn't say no to. I didn't buy it directly from Vinegar Syndrome. So, when it's not on sale, I think it was $29 or something like that. Then I saw it for $24 and with the slip and what have you. But I paid $17 for it. Brand new, but no slip. I bought it from deep discounts. And I even tried to see if I can get a slip cover from Vinegar Syndrome. I see, y'all guys got any more of them slip covers? And they was like, no. So I just said, okay, and I don't have a slip. But my point was, I bought that movie. I don't care about Drop Dead Fred. I got caught in the vortex. The physical media vortex. We all know what it is. It's like you get into these conversations with your fellow physical media collectors, and somehow or another, you're in the vortex. Now you have to have every version of this particular movie. It's expensive. I've said it before on the physical media commute. Our hobby is expensive. It is not cheap. I mean, over time, you think about how much money we spend, and I'm married, and I know some of my fellow members of the community that are married often comment about their wives looking at them sideways. It is what it is, and that's okay. They understand, but they still shoot us a side eye every now and again. It's like, it's not something that doesn't happen. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Still a man. All right, enough of that. But yeah, so I really try some of the things. A lot of the movies I buy purely from nostalgia. Just being a kid, and as I comment on before, having these VHS tapes with 4 movies on them, Never Ending Story and Bachelor Party, and I mean, there was no rhyme or reason to these tapes. They were just tapes we recorded off of HBO or Cinemax or whatever was current at the time. And we didn't really, it was nonsensical, but those movies then became part of our makeup, if you will. So now, as an adult, in this day and age, every one of those movies I can get, I buy. Every single one of them. The one that I talked about the other day about a slaughterhouse. I don't remember Slaughterhouse, but I know that it was part of my childhood, not adolescence, let's just say. And it was one of the movies we watched. Slumber Party Massacre, all those types of things. Readily available. Terrible movies. Awful. But it doesn't matter because it's part of your makeup. It's part of what that experience that you had as a youngster. That's why you know it. Some of us are old enough to remember when these things came out. They were never in theaters. Some of these movies were never in theaters but became cult classics. I don't remember Sleepaway Camp being in theaters. It probably was, but I don't remember it. The first time I saw Sleepaway Camp, I was 15 or 16 years old. Now we're talking 1985, 1986, possibly, at a house party. The party calmed down. So I think it was a birthday party for some girl. The party calmed down, and then we started watching the movie. And those of you that have watched the movie, you know that movie was bananas. So imagine watching that movie, and not in the theater, but in a room with like friggin' 20 to 30 teenagers. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. So a movie like that, you have to get it just on nostalgia. Not that the movie was great, because it wasn't, but it holds a certain favor. It definitely holds favor in my memory, and is definitely going to be in my collection, which it is, at least twice. Then there was, what else? Frankenhooker. Pretty sure that wasn't in theaters. I'm almost positive, but I'm not. Sure. Weirdest movie ever. Ever. I actually knew one of the girls that was in Frankenhooker. She wasn't my friend, but we was cool. Heather Hunter was in Frankenhooker. Hilarious. We talk about it. It was a joke. You know, it was work for her. But it was hilarious to see somebody that you know in a movie like that. It was funny. So look up Heather Hunter. You'll see what I'm talking about. Heather Hunter. Nice enough. But yeah, certain movies like that, they hold a dear place in your heart, and as a collector, you're going to make sure that you have them. So now I go back to wanting to do a collection review, I guess, if you call it that. I want to do it. I just want to try to do it in the most effective way possible. As you can see, the way that I do my YouTube broadcasts, very guerrilla, no edits. I'm learning to, actually, I'm really trying to make sure that my awareness is on point, so I don't have to edit. But I'm only human. I'm going to make mistakes, so I probably will have to edit some things. But you know, as I move through this, I hope that I get better and better at it, and I hope that you guys keep interest in what it is I do, along with every other person in the community. I hope that we can hold your interest, and you know, there's probably something you can learn from us. There's probably moments where you can laugh with us and just have a blast. So that's really what it's all about, right? I think that's why we do what we do. And we have a joy, and it's a pleasure for us to do what we do as collectors, as sharers. There's a lot to be shared, put it like that. So I'm gonna go to the Best Buy and pick up those two movies, and the Rambos, I believe, are being shipped. I need Rambo 3. Hopefully Best Buy will do a $10 Rambo 3, since that was the price I paid at Best Buy for Rambo First Blood and Rambo 2. It's $10. I mean, Can't beat that. I would hope you couldn't beat that. Probably somewhere else, but anyways. So yeah, I need a Rambo 3, and I have an OfferUp site that I have plenty of movies that I'm selling, things that I need to move around and get rid of. If there's anything that anyone needs, any titles that anyone needs, I'd like to be able to help, so let me know. Shucks. I'll post in fact, my OfferUp link is on my IG bio. So if you look on my IG bio and check the OfferUp link, you can see what's there. And there's always stuff. I'm always adding stuff because, again, as a collector, I'm always adding stuff to my collection. So I have to take other stuff out. I still haven't gotten rid of my HD DVDs yet, as if they're going to make a comeback. But I still have a player. And I think I still have, maybe 30 movies or something like that. Couldn't let go. It's alright. Like when I see people post Laserdisc, I wish HD DVD was as cool as Laserdisc. It's not as fragile, but I wish it was as cool, because then I'd be all right. I'd be all right. But all right, guys, I don't want to make these videos run too long, and we're at about 17 minutes. So this is part of my commute. I just want to be able to get on and share and talk and chat. I look forward to the moment when I start getting people in the chats. I would love to sit and have a conversation with you about physical media, about anything. Just come on in whenever you feel to and chop it up with your mans. Other than that, subscribe, like, bear with me as I am a work in progress. This is Floyd House Flicks, Physical Media Commute. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your day. Salute.